Am I the asshole for saying no? To my boyfriend's proposal immediately after he admitted to cheating on me, again? This just happened last week and I still feel like my head is spinning. I, 29F, have been with my boyfriend, Jason, 30 May, for almost a decade. I've been divorced before, and while I'm not someone who needs a huge wedding or a fairy tale, I have always wanted to get married again one day. Jason's always known that. For years, he told me he didn't believe in marriage. He'd say, if I want to spend the rest of my life with someone, I don't need a piece of paper to prove it. He'd roll his eyes anytime the topic came up, especially when I'd feel a little sad seeing friends who'd only been together a year or two, getting engaged and married, while I was still over here, holding out hope. He'd remind me again that marriage just wasn't something he saw as necessary. And I stayed, because I loved him, because we had kids, because I kept thinking maybe, just maybe one day he'd change his mind. Not because I pressured him, not because he felt obligated or anything like that, but because he wanted to commit in that way. Turns out I was right that he'd eventually propose. Just not in the way I'd ever imagined. Last week, he finally confessed something I had suspected years ago. He cheated on me with his baby mama early in our relationship. That was already devastating because I had asked him about it so many times, and he always swore nothing happened. Then after I was already reeling from that admission, he added another bomb. He also slept with a second woman during that same time. That was 6 years ago, but I'm just now hearing the truth. So for 6 years, he lied straight to my face every time. I tried to move on from that gut feeling that something was wrong. And then, 5 minutes later, while we were lying in bed, still in the thick of that conversation, and with my brother literally puking in the bathroom one room over, he suddenly asks me, "Will you marry me?" No ring, no build-up, no acknowledgement of what he had just put me through emotionally. Just a flat, let's move on kind of proposal like that would erase the fresh sting of betrayal. I said no, calmly. I didn't yell, I didn't storm off. I cried and I just said that I couldn't say yes to a proposal right after finding out he had lied to me for 6 years. That I needed time to process what this really meant for our relationship. He's livid. He says I ruined the moment. He says I'm being dramatic and punishing him for things that happened years ago. Even though I just found out. He said I should be grateful he wants to marry me now and that I'm choosing bitterness over love. But to me, it felt like manipulation. Like he was trying to silence the consequences of his own choices by tossing out the one thing I'd hoped for all along, at the worst possible time with no care or effort behind it. So am I an asshole for saying no?